So we've got the Pinter out and we're going to set it up for brewing. The first thing you have to do is purify it. So there's a few steps in this process, I'll just take you through it. There we go. Take the white handle off and then you take the plastic cover underneath that off. So we've taken off the main cap, put this to the side. Before adding purified water, set the carbonation dial to carbonated, so that's the little dial at the bottom here, and it is in fact already set to carbonated. It just turns to the arrow pointing at carbonated there. So the next step is pour the entire bottle of purifier into the Pinter. Now you're not supposed to get this stuff in your hands. Oh, okay. That's not so good, I've got a hole in my glove. Let's see how this one is. Oh, that one's okay. I think we'll be alright. It's not liquid, it's actually powder. So the next step is we're filling up the Pinter with water up to the red mark. You may not be able to see it, but there's a little red ring in there. So this is just warm tap water, it's not boiled water. I definitely recommend using a torch or something because it's just hard to see the water, but that's us to halfway over the red circle. Okay, so make sure the handle's nice and tight and it's horizontal. Okay, so now you want to lift the Pinter, turn it horizontal, shake for 10 seconds to mix contents. On elephant, 9 elephant, 10 elephant. That should do. Okay, so there's a little arrow on this. It's right here, it says arrow A. Arrow A, arrow 1. Okay, I get it now. Let's see what it's doing. Just want to be... Push down gently and rotate back and forth so arrow A sits above arrow 2. So arrow 2 is this one here. So push down gently. There we go. There we go. So we're going to turn all this over and stand on the brewing dock. Now this is where I really hope the brewing dock is in place. Okay, 1, 2 elephant, 9 elephant, 10 elephant. Right. Now we need to take it to the sink. I'm gripping it here with my left hand, gripping it here with my left hand, turning it with my right hand. It's going to be a bit slippy because it's in the sink, so it's going to be a bit tricky. There we go. That's it. And then I'm just putting my palm on the corner here and hopefully just lifting it off. There we go. And I'll just let it down to rest here. Right, put the handle on and just take this dock out of there. And I think I'm just draining let the liquid flow out for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'm supposed to drain it all, I guess so. Okay, so we stand it back up. Take the handle back off. Handle off. Okay, did this come off the handle? And then we're just pouring the rest of the liquid first out of the dock. And then secondly pouring it out of the Pinter here. Okay, so that's the end of the purifying stage, and we're going to go straight on to the brewing stage. So I don't think it should be sitting around like that for too long before you put the rest in. Before brewing, set the carbonation dial to carbonated. Yep. Set to carbonated. And by the way, you don't need to rinse it after you've poured out the purified water, it says here. It's good as it is. So we're filling it up with tap water again, this time cold tap water, again up to the same level. Okay, so we filled this up to the level, the red circle level, again with cold water this time, and now it's just a matter of putting the beer mixture and the yeast in. So here we've got the beer mixture here for lager, continental lager, and here is the yeast. So I guess we're just putting the whole thing in, I think. Yeah, all of this is called fresh press. You can smell it a little bit. It doesn't smell bad. It kind of smells yeasty, I guess, even though there's no yeast in this. Okay, so that's all of the fresh press in there. So I'll look at that. And then we're putting in the yeast. Okay, so the handle is going in horizontally again, arrow pointing to the top, and then should do like a full turn, I hope, to end up horizontally again. Or maybe more than a full turn. Yeah, there we go. So there you got the handle ending up horizontally with the arrow pointing to the top. Okay, we're doing the same thing as we did for the purifying, which is putting it horizontally and shaking it for 10 seconds. About 10 seconds, I guess so. And then, okay, something strange has happened because these have appeared. All I can do really is clean it off, hope for the best. So I've reattached the brewing dock and I've stood it this way up again, and brewing time 6 days, conditioning time 2 days. So basically for brewing I just have to leave that undisturbed for 6 days at room temperature. So I'm going to put it away in a corner somewhere and not touch it for 6 days, and then we'll come back to it. This has been sitting quietly in a corner for 6 days. The yeast has been quietly turning the beer press, as it's called, this stuff. It's been turning the sugars in that into alcohol. And if I was to drink it now, well, it would resemble beer, but it wouldn't taste that great because we're not done yet. The next stage is the conditioning stage, where we're going to be putting this into the fridge. So why do we need to do that? Well, although the yeast has been working hard at converting the sugars into alcohol, there's still active yeast in here and it's still working away at the flavour. So if we were to drink it now, it wouldn't taste that great. It would probably be oversweet for one thing. And apart from that, it would also be not great to look at, be very cloudy. So we're putting this in the fridge for a minimum of 2 days. But the notes recommend up to 10 days. So really I want to give it a good chance. So I'm going to give it at least 7-8 days. Maybe I'll wait for the whole 10 days. But certainly I don't think 2 days is going to be enough. So all we need to do now is take the brewing dock here off. Obviously I'm not going to do that here, I'm going to do that in the sink. And then we'll see if this thing actually fits in the fridge. Okay, same idea as last time. We're just putting this in the sink and removing the dock. There we go. Under pressure, obviously, so you did hear something escaping there. Wow. All right, just gently lift it off. So there you can see the beer dock, and according to the instructions, we just need to empty all of this stuff out. So this is going to need a good clean. I'll do that later. Still got quite a bit of stuff in there. So for the brave souls that are still watching, let's have a look inside my fridge. Okay, so what I'm hoping is it's going to fit down here. Now, I think we're going to have to move this tray away, or the lower one, and sit it down in the vegetable compartment here. Let's have a look. Oh, you know what? It nearly fits in here. Okay, that's not going to work because it's put the tray here at an angle. One thing I forgot to do was clean off any residue that's on the outside here, so I'm just going to do that now over the sink. So I've cleaned this off. Now I'm just reattaching the lid here and the handle. So to cut a long story short, I've had to put the Pinter in this way round. If I had it facing the front like that, the door just doesn't quite close. So that's a good compromise. I've still got a bit of shelf space here. I can still use this shelf even though it's kind of stuck at a weird angle. And I've still got the vegetable drawer. So it's not using too much space up. So that's about it for this video. I'll be doing the tasting in about 10 days time, so I hope you can join me for that. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope it's been informative, and I'll see you for the tasting.